In October 2024, as Hurricane Milton closed in on Florida, 32-year-old Robert Hendrix decided to take in his 71-year-old mother so they could ride out the storm safely at his home on Pheasant Drive in Jacksonville. The hurricane tore through the state that week, but what his mother discovered after it passed was worse than any storm damage.
Welcome to Love and Murder, Heartbreak to Homicide. We're Kai's AI co-hosts, here with your midweek mini. A shorter case that still hits just as hard. Before we get into it, a quick reminder to subscribe to Love and Murder on whatever platform you're listening on, so you don't miss an episode. You could also subscribe to the Patreon either for free or using a bonus tier to get the cases directly to your inbox. If you sign up for free, you do get some benefits, like that psychology experiment episode that I put out on Saturday, patreon.com/loveandmurder. However, if you want even more like case files, bonus episodes, some behind the scenes, become a voice of the victims, and so much more, then choose one of our bonus tiers starting at only $3 a month. One of our past bonus episodes was about the disappearance of Lauren Dumolo. Lauren vanished from her Florida apartment in 2020. Her purse was found at a park. Her phone was missing, and her family searching for answers. It's one of those cases that stays with you long after it ends. Patreon.com/loveandmurder. Join today to hear about this case and all of the other bonuses that are there, since the beginning, for you to listen to. Patreon.com/loveandmurder.
Before we begin, I have to let you know that this case is still ongoing, so everything said here is alleged. Also, this case is very short, but it's a midweek mini, and the length isn't always important. It's the fact that we tell the victim's story. Now let's get into this case.
On October 10th, after the winds had died down, Robert told his mother he was going to the store. While he was gone, she went to check the house. As she reached the master bedroom at the end of the hallway, she saw a large brown tarp blocking the doorway. When she looked closer, she realized there was a human body wrapped inside it. It was Robert's girlfriend, 43-year-old Kristen Carrier. Panicked, she immediately called her daughter, Robert's sister, and told her to come get her. When Robert got back home, the two confronted him about the tarp, and he became, quote, animated. They quickly left the property and called police. Officers arrived at 6 p.m. and confirmed the mother's discovery. Kristen's body was lying wrapped in a brown tarp in the bedroom doorway. Detectives found blood spatter on the walls and floor and collected a knife, a baseball bat, and a gun. The autopsy later showed that Kristen had been shot 4 times and stabbed multiple times. Her injuries were brutal and consistent with a violent extended attack. Investigators pieced together a timeline that began on October 9th. At around 3 p.m. that day, a witness reported hearing Kristen yelling from a bedroom in the house. That evening, another witness who visited the home also reported hearing a woman screaming from the back bedroom. When that happened, Robert asked the witness to leave. When shown a picture of Kristen, she identified her as the woman she'd heard. When police examined the master suite, they noted a strong smell of cleaning products and fresh paint, signs of an attempted cover-up. Furniture had been moved, and the floor showed signs of scrubbing. Kristen's body had been wrapped carefully in the tarp and placed where the doorway would partially conceal it. Then, based on cell phone data, police determined that Robert was the only other person in the house that night. When officers first responded to the scene on October 10th, Robert was still there. Because he was a convicted felon, they arrested him for firearm possession. They also found drugs, methamphetamine and marijuana, and charged him with possession of a controlled substance and marijuana under 20 grams. He was booked into the Duval County Jail on a $75,003 bond, while detectives continued investigating Kristen's death. For months, detectives worked on the case with the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, sending off evidence from the knife, bat, and gun for forensic testing. On February 19, 2025, after reviewing the results and consulting with prosecutors, they served Robert with a warrant for murder. He was charged with second-degree murder and tampering with evidence.
We are committed to bringing justice for Ms. Carrier's loved ones.
Robert has pleaded not guilty to the drug and firearm charges. For the murder and tampering charges, he has not yet entered a plea. He remains in jail without bond, represented by the Jacksonville Public Defender's Office. His next court date for the murder case was set for March 12th, but Kai found no update during her research. The full forensic results, prosecution strategy, and defense response haven't yet been made public. For now, the case stands as one that came to light purely by chance. A mother seeking safety from a hurricane and instead uncovering her son's alleged crime.
And that's the case of a man who brutally murdered his girlfriend and then invited his mom in to find the body. What did you think of this case? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below or over in the Patreon, where this show is completely listener-funded. If you haven't yet heard one of our Deadly Duo bonus episodes, you can join and listen to the case of Erica and Benjamin Sifrit. The Sifrits were a married couple whose vacation turned into a nightmare of murder and deception. You can listen right now by joining the Lamb Fam at patreon.com/loveandmurder, where you'll get ad-free episodes, bonus content, and help give victims a voice with every listen. Thanks for tuning in and for supporting our independent true crime storytelling. We'll see you in the next episode.